what he said. Check this out.
Tank got that street shit in him, man. You know what I mean? So he gonna take it to another level, man. I don't know where Ryan came from. He ain't from the streets like Tank is.
Straight to the point, no sugarcoating. Gervonta Davis is from Baltimore, Maryland. He from the streets. And I've been told y'all, gangsters don't box and boxers ain't gangsters.
If it was serious, if it was personal, I would have been at address niggas at that house.
And nigga, you ain't no gangster, first of all.
Okay.
Shut the fuck up.
Okay.
Talk boxing, be professional.
He is talking boxing.
Be professional.
We don't talk, we do what we do.
Ronald Ellis dominated Canelo Alvarez in sparring. Goofy, sparring is for practice. There is no winner or loser in sparring. Jamal Charlo. I don't think Canelo's ever gonna fight Charlo. For some reason, he fears this man. So when he say Charlo gotta fight Andrade and Benavidez, why should Charlo have to fight Andrade and Benavidez? Jamal Charlo was Canelo Alvarez mandatory after Triple G beat up Canelo in the second fight, and Charlo became Canelo's mandatory.
You can only be talking about Canelo. The only person who got power like that is Canelo.
What do you think about that, though?
I mean, Floyd could
Floyd did shit. I feel like once you've been in the game so long, and Canelo ain't never disappointed me as far as who he's fought, the way he's done.
So you don't believe he ducking?
Ducking who? I feel like he's not in a rush to fight Benavidez. I don't think he's ducking on Charlo, not at all. I don't think he's ducking.
He never ducked Charlo, in your opinion?
No, because I feel
neither Charlo.
No, because it's proven fact that he tried to Canelo them offered him the fight, he turned it down. And I got this word from his brother himself. And so
From Jamel.
out his mouth. Because when they beef, they like Cain and Abel. So all the dark secrets come out.
Fans listening to that would bring up the case of Charlo, that they've demanded to fight Canelo and the fight hasn't happened.
No, we had an amazing offer, a very lucrative offer for Charlo, and he turned it down. Well, Charlo didn't turn it down, but his agent or whoever's behind PBC, I don't know.
What was the offer?
I'm not gonna say the offer, but
it was for a Canelo fight and for May of this year?
not of this year, last year. And they just didn't happen. So that's the sad part about the business of boxing, is that I can't work with my hands tied behind my back. Look, I'm a fighter. I grew up boxing. I want these fights. I want to make these fights happen. You know, calling out promoters, let's make them happen. Jesus, for the sake of the sport, for the sake of the fans.
I overheard Oscar. He said that he offered Charlo a great amount of money and he turned it down, knowing that you was originally going to fight Charlo. You know, what happens in the past. But were you surprised, like, for him to turn on that type of fight? Because I'm assuming that, I don't know, I'm not going to judge you in terms of the money, but I know if the opportunity was there, hey, do you want to take it or not? I think you would have taken it. Now, I don't know Charlo's situation. I do want to speak to him in that regard, but what's your just perspective of him saying that, like, Charlo didn't want to take that fight?
Personally, man, no shade, but them dudes don't want to fight nobody that they don't think they can beat. You know what I mean? If they don't got the upper hand politically, they don't got the upper hand when it comes to the paperwork behind the fights, they don't got the upper hand physically, they don't want If they don't got that upper hand, you know, some type of upper hand in some way, they don't want to fight. And you fighting a megastar like Canelo, you're not going to have the upper hand. So they're not, those dudes don't want to fight. No, I mean, if you look at Jamal, like, no shade, man, but he's been fighting a bunch of junior middleweights. He went and fought somebody that I beat 5 years ago. You know what I mean? And shout out to Brandon Adams, because Brandon Adams is an awesome fighter.
He had a good fight.
Yeah.
He had a good performance.
It was a real good performance. But I mean, I fought Brandon Adams in 2014. You know what I mean? Like, and then he fought this, what's this other kid that he just fought, the Irish kid?
Oh, you talk about, what's his name? Hogan, Dennis Hogan.
At 54, and Brandon Adams is really a 54.
Correct.
So that he'd rather blow up 54s and guys that he'll have an easy time with than to take somebody that's really going to get in there and push him.
Yeah.
So I'm not surprised that he didn't take the fight, but I tell you what, they throw it my way, it's going to happen.
Wow.
Contract's going to be signed.
Hey.
Believe that.
It's official for May 7th. Stephen Fulton will be destroying the hype job Naoya Inoue once and for all. For Naoya Inoue fans, I know this is your worst nightmare.
Was it the monster or the beast? The monster. He's a Inoue. He's a,
the one with the color hair?
No, he is good. 21-0, undefeated. He's a 3-division champion. He's a big puncher. He was champion 112.
Fuck Ben, I'm a puncher. He is good.
Who's that?
Inoue. Yeah, he's fighting this weekend.
He is good. I'm gonna watch him.
That's the one you asked where he come from.
Yeah. He's Japanese.
Good. His placements and everything.
Footwork.
Yeah.
Defense.
Tank, how do you feel having Canelo on your side?
Canelo, my boy. You know what I mean? So I'm definitely happy.
A lot of Mexicans are cheering for you.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Would you be in
2020, me and my team, we reach out to Samson and say, hey, would you guys like to make something happen? He said, no, it's not time yet. You know, we need to let that fight marinate. We need to let it, you know, stay on the show for a minute, build it up, whatever. I don't know his intentions. So I go off on my mandatories. In the meantime, he loses his belt for a second time. And then all of a sudden they're like, hey, let's fight. Well, I got the Canelo fight on the line now. So why would I toss that away to fight you? I don't know if you're going to show up on weight. I don't know if you're going to, you know, I don't know what's going to happen.
Caleb Plant could have fought Benavidez a couple years ago, bro. That fight could have been made happen. But Caleb Plant used to say the same thing that Devin Haney says about Shakir, the same thing that Virgil Ortiz says about Boots. He said that's a big fight in the future. Like I said, whenever somebody says, yo, that's a big fight for the future, that means they scared now.
Man, we here with Samson, man. How you doing, man?
Very good.
First of all, we got to ask you, did you watch Caleb Plant last week?
Yes, I watch it.
And tell us your thoughts on the Caleb Plant performance.
I'll be honest with you, I need to recognize that he proved me wrong. He's a great fighter.
He's a great fighter.
I thought I know him when he used to be in about 10 fights. I thought that he's a regular white boy. But not. He's a real deal. I really like him very much.
Now, Caleb Plant just posted on the social medias that you said that David Benavidez versus Caleb Plant needs to take more time. Why?
Look, this business is for two reasons. Make money and more money. I'm pretty sure that Plant, he want more money as well as Benavidez. So now, really, nobody knows much about the two great fighters, like the youngest super middleweight of David Benavidez. People know, but not the regular in the street. You go to any place, you ask for Caleb Plant, you know, or David Benavidez. You need another two good fights, and then you can go to be a pay-per-view.
Nothing was announced though. Nothing other than, you know, me trying to fight Zach Parker, which I had got injured.
Why you did that, champ? Can I know why you didn't just fight Johnny Beck? Why, like, how is Zach Parker any more popular than Johnny Beck? They the same.
Because I am not fighting at 160.
Oh, so you just can't make weight no more. You was
Yeah,
ready
but
to
I'm
move
going
up.
up to like 160's over for me.
So the whole talk after the first cancellation with the Parker fight of you coming back down to 60, that was all cap.
Not on your part,
Who
but just
said
in
that
general.
though? Who said that I was coming back to 160? Me?
No,
Yeah, because you hadn't officially vacated your belt. Remember?
Of
you
course,
had-
it's business. It's business at the end of the day, but I never said I was going back down. It's business at the end of the day. Of course, I'm going to try to do what everybody else does, hold on until there's a situation. If Charlo wants to tangle at 160, I'm like, okay, maybe I suffer to do that. But if not, there's no point for me to be there anymore, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, that's just business moves right there.
For sure. I mean, again, it's some of those things need clarification because of the fact that it went down that way. It left people believing you possibly still want to fight at 60.
Yeah, but who don't do that? Everybody does that. Every champion that goes up still holds on to the belt they had on the bottom.
Champ,
That's something that's always done.
I gotta hit you with the quick little jab because not everybody, the man you trying to fight, he didn't do that. He stood there. Julian Williams was talking that shit to him, that hot shit, and so was the public. We thought he was gonna duck Julian. You know it. And what Charlo said, I can't make the weight. I'm going to make the weight to fight him because y'all think I'm avoiding him. Just saying, champ. It did happen. It did happen. You remember now or no?
He fought Julian Williams. Yeah, I know the fight. But I don't know. I'm not into their conversations. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, okay, woo, woo, woo. But, okay, let's say Demetrius Andrade. Why not make that fight happen, bro? You know, Julian Williams is not me. Of course, that's a fight to be made.
Is Demetrius Andrade. He did break his silence after the news started to circulate that he pulled out of this fight. And in response to this news, he said, "We just getting started. keep calm. And then someone posted this comment on my video that I just did reporting the news that Andrade pulled out of the Zach Parker fight. He said, I talked to Boo Boo and y'all in for a surprise. I can't say, but it's a bigger fight. So that definitely sounds like good news. And I'm sure Demetrius Andrade is going to be getting paid way more than $180,000, whoever this opponent is. And obviously, Zach Parker is not a big name, so it shouldn't be too hard to be fighting someone with a bigger name, but I'm really curious to see who it will be.
Who the fuck is that guy? Who the fuck is that?
April 30th. You could tell from the way he didn't want to show his face to Shakur Stevenson that he's nervous. Anytime somebody don't want to show their face, they're hiding nervous energy.
I know that.
Hiding your face out of fear. When y'all see Ryan Garcia on that stage, just know that every single word that comes out his mouth is very well rehearsed, kind of like a script. Ecuador has 0 boxing champions.
Canelo's still the best, no matter what.
Your dad is sucking dick for crack cocaine on the west side of Chicago. Like myself.
No matter what.
You a bitch. Like myself. You a bitch. Like myself. My wife is probably sucking dick right now.
No matter what.
My wife is probably